Hey everyone, it's your girl D Princess 28. I'm coming at you today with another hair and makeup tutorial. This is the look we're going for today, so if you're interested, stay tuned. Hello again. We're starting off with a fresh face. My lids have already been primed with Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And I'm going to start off by taking this Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk by NYX, and I'm just going to apply it to my lower lid. Next up is this Maybelline palette called Indian Summer. I'm going to be taking the smudging side of my Dual End Studio Basics brush, and I'm going to be applying that dark brown color to my crease. I'm just going to be using windshield wiper motions until I get the intensity I desire. And then I'm going to go in with the same color and define the outer V. Next up is this pretty dark shimmery pink color called C159 Blossom by Prestige. And with that same smudging brush, I'm just applying it on top of that dark brown, concentrating on the crease and the area right above it. And I'm going in with the blending side and just to smooth everything out. Next, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Duo called Rose Tints. And with just a regular shadow brush, I'm going into that light pink color, and I'm applying that to my lower lid. And I also make sure to put some in the inner corner of each eye. Next, I'm taking my blending brush to smooth everything out. And last but not least, I will be taking this light sandy color in the Indian Summer Duo, and I'll be applying that to the brow bone as my highlight. And now that I got all that color on there, I'm taking the blending brush to smooth everything out. Next, I'm lining the upper lids with liquid liner. Today I'm using black liquid liner by Eyes Lips Face. And now I'm going to go in with my Kohl eyeliner by MAC to line the lower lids. I'm now going in with some Carbon Black mascara. I'm just going to apply a little bit to the upper and lower lids. And I'm going to go off camera to apply these bad boys. Okay, now that I got my falsies on, I'm going to work on the face. As usual, I will be using my Pure Mineral 4-in-1 powder foundation. And I'm applying this with paintbrush strokes. I'm using my Smashbox foundation brush. Then I'm going to set the foundation with my blot powder by MAC. And because I like to do contour and highlighting when I go out at night, I'm going to start off by taking this concealer, which is a couple shades lighter than my skin tone. It's Bronze One by Mary Kay, and I'm applying it to the areas underneath the eyes, right above the apples of the cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, and pretty much just the T-zone area. Whenever I highlight my face in the day, I like to use bronzer, golden bronzer, but at night, I love to use concealer. I just like the way it looks. So now that I've got that rubbed in with my fingers, I'm now using just some random brush to kind of paint the highlight on. And as you can see, I'm just continuing to smooth everything out, alternating with using the brush and my fingers. As for the contouring part, I'm going to take the same dark brown eyeshadow that I used in my crease, and I'm going to apply that down the side of my nose. I just like the way it gives the face a sculpted look. And as you can see, it looks dark and dramatic, but I'm just going to take an eyeshadow brush and just keep blending downwards until I get the line to look less harsh. To set the concealer and shadow, I'm now going over everything with blot powder by MAC. And of course, you can't forget the blush. I'm applying Love Rush Powder Blush by MAC, and I like to carry mine up towards the hairline and along the temples. For the lips, I'm using my favorite gloss, which is Plaza Punch by NYC. And that's it for the makeup. Mwah! Okay, so moving on to the hair. First, I'm going to start by removing my satin scarf, which is protecting my braids. I basically flat ironed my hair the previous day, set my hair in braids, slept in them, and now I'm going to be taking them down in what we call a braid out. I made sure that when I braided my hair, I basically braided it in the same way that I want it to fall once I take it out. And that's very important because I'm going to be applying clip-on extensions. So this way I don't have to part through my hair in order to create the parts for the placement of the extensions because they've already been made. So what I'm doing is I'm just piling most of my hair on top of my head, and I'm taking down the first braid, which as I mentioned is already parted in the same section where I'll be applying my first track. So I'm going to turn around and show you. This is the location of where the first track is going to be. And this is the hair I'm going to be using. It's 18-inch Spanish wavy hair. If you've been following my blog, you knew that the first time I did this, it was a complete disaster, but I got things right this time. So I'm just going with my paddle brush to get out any tangles. And this particular track that I made myself, I sewed 3 wig clips on. And with the clips open, I'm now going to snap the bad boy in place. 2 on the sides and 1 in the middle. And that's the placement of the first track. Okay, so now I'm taking down the next row of braids, which will be this, this hair will cover the first track, and then I'm placing the second track on top of this section of hair. So that's the placement for the second track. And as of the first, this one also has 3 wig clips that I sewed on. And now I'm going to place the second track on. So I'm basically taking my hair from mid-back length to waist length. Woohoo! Okay, so just to speed things up, I went ahead and already took down the other row of braids. So that's the placement for the third and fourth tracks. I basically made 2 tracks the same length as the first track, and both of them are going to start on the sides and meet in the middle. I just did this instead of, making one long track to go across the crown. I don't know why. I just felt more secure doing it this way. And so there I go, placing the second one on. They're meeting in the middle, and I'm having a little issues with this one, but we worked it out. And there you have it. Now, I actually had to change the location after I shot this video because my hair was sticking out on the side, so I placed the third and fourth tracks a little bit higher. So just so you know, you may want to play with the extensions just so you get the right placement. But anyway, now I'm going ahead and I'm just removing the rest of the braids. So all the hair on top is all mine, and I'm going to be using this hair that's left out to cover up the tracks and just basically blend it in. And I'm just going to be using my fingers because I don't want to mess up the waves too much. So no comb or brushes will be involved in this process. I'm just using my fingers to pull the hair from the tracks through and just to blend everything together. And there you have it. This is my waist length Spanish wavy hair. If you want more information on the hair, which is basically homemade clip-in extensions, links in the info box. That's it. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Stay tuned for pictures of the total look, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.